Houses don't always dream. In fact, most don't. But once again, Two Oaks was dreaming of the girls. The one called June, who looked like a woman, and the one called Lindy, who looked like a boy. In the dream, June and Lindy laid together in what was, in that era, June's bedroom, just off the stairs. It was dreaming that rescued Two Oaks out of its present state, from its third-floor ballroom wheeling with bats, down its dusty master staircase, into the foyer piled with mail addressed to the dead, and then back up the ruddy pine of the servant stairs, almost fooling the mansion into believing itself still on the precipice of adventure. The old house summoned the whispers swirling off the girls' tongues, the secrets scuttling inside their quick minds, the push of June's will and the pull of Lindy's desire. Houses that dream are built for the ages, one or two perhaps in every small American town. Once revered as grand homes, they are now merely called buildings. They're the columned fortresses stranded on the back streets you pass on the way to visit elderly aunties, sights to whistle at while snapping a cell phone picture before motoring on. Constructed by ambitious dreamers, in the case of Two Oaks, an oil man named Lemon Gray Neely, who broke ground on the lot in the heart of St. Jude, Ohio in 1895. Such grand estates spend their infancies priding under the touch of skilled craftsmen, certain they'll provide shelter to everyone who steps across their oak thresholds for centuries to come. But after decades of relative emptiness, save the occasional mail carrier or handyman, after feeling the sun rake across their sooty floorboards on thousands of mornings, of enduring the undignified encroachment of ivy up their outsides, not to mention the mice nibbling the wainscoting, these houses finally accept the sad truth. They have been forgotten for good. Their foundations grow heavy with the memories of the great men who once burnished the banisters with their warm palms, of the diligent women who baked yeasty swaths of bread in their ovens, of the whistling boys who delivered light blue dairy through the milk doors, and the wild girls who clambered up the Corinthian columns to the second floor under the full moon, hoping for a glimpse of something new. Accepting their decline, these houses slip into their reveries and lose track of their place in the world. They slump their proverbial shoulders, nod to the side, and forget to notice when someone steps in from the snow with a suitcase and a pile of heavy boxes and opens the chenille bedspread over the most comfortable mattress and burns a can of Chef Boyardee on the only burner that still works. But if Two Oaks was lonely, it was also lucky. Unlike other houses, at least it knew what it felt like to be full. At least it had gotten to have a Lindy and a June. Like an old retriever who, abandoned by his human family, lays his head upon the floor and sinks into the sweet fancies of the life he once knew, an exuberant tow-headed toddler, a favorite shoe, the smoky waft of bacon. A house falling into decrepitude will luster to life remembering all that came before, which, in the case of Two Oaks, included the dark, terrifying night Lindy bashed in the man's head. His hot brains quivering on her fingertips, yes, but also the open, shimmering promise of the movie stars, the silky noose of the blackmail around everything the girls had come to love, the soft, open moans of the stolen kisses, and the baby.